Hello, my name is Angela Rosoff. I am a yoga teacher, and today's class is Pranayama for beginners. And I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please type them up in the chat box. My computer has disabled microphones for some reason. So if you do it in the chat, we'll be able to sort anything out as far as questions go. Thank you for joining me. Today's pranayama breath, because it's right after lunchtime, I am going to explore Ujjai breath with you. And Ujjai breath is the breath of, it's building capacity. It's a cleansing breath, very healthy for us to do in the afternoon, just to re-energize, add more vitality to our day, to help with any renewal that you may be doing during this winter season. A lot of people I'm working with are doing special cleanses, detoxing, they're doing some form of a diet. And I like to refer to all of these activities as a renewal, just to renew your energy and adding some different shifts to the body is very nurtured with a pranayama practice. Pranayama literally means breath control. This is a practice that yogis and yoginis take part in with much intention. And I would like to invite you to practice with me today if you are new to pranayama. So thank you for watching. We'll have a short pranayama lesson followed by a midday meditation to offer some energy to our rest of our day. So, Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath is the breath where we breathe in through our nostrils, allowing the breath to go into our bodies, into our lungs, breathing into our belly. So, we're going to add belly breathing to this. So, it'll be kind of a two-part lesson. The key with Ujjayi breath is on the exhale. I'm going to open my mouth and show you what I'm talking about. But on the exhale, we close off the back of our throat, exhaling through our nostrils. So forcing the breath up slowly, bringing it out through the nostrils. And we hear a sound that's much like the ocean. And if you can imagine listening to a conch shell and hearing that sound of when we're exhaling that way, it's almost as if the air coming out is reflecting the sound of our body. So this is a unique sound impressing upon the airways. The vocal cords are being vibrated. This Ujjayi breath is powerful because it also helps to massage this area here in the throat, opening our throat chakra, and also massaging our thyroid gland. So this is a wonderful action to help balance our hormones. Every person in a Western culture, child, elderly, childbearing, or anyone going through perimenopause or menopause, postmenopause, anyone alive will benefit from this breath because we all live in a culture that requires a number of hormones that are really really meant to be invoked in that fight or flight stage, which turns on our autonomic nervous system. This breath helps to calm that particular experience. It helps to turn on the parasympathetic nervous system, which helps us to rest and digest our emotions, our food. So this is a great breath for anyone. You can practice this with children, with the elderly, with anyone. So take it in, teach it to someone else, and notice how much more intention you are able to apply to your own pranayama practice using Ujjayi breath. So let's do it. The first thing I want to bring awareness to is your hands. Bring your hands to just below your rib cage. You might, I'm gonna sit in hero's pose here, which means that I'm sitting on my knees. I'm gonna straddle pillow just to elevate my body in the camera. So bringing your hands to just below your chest, finding your ribs, maybe massaging the ribs. This is a good place to be. You can also bring your hands just under your chest on the sides of your ribs. This offers a deep opening to the chest, allowing for more airflow into your lungs. And as we're breathing in, we want to breathe laterally. So we're going to breathe in like this. Breathing out, you'll feel that contraction. So breathing in, filling up the belly, feeling the ribs expand. And breathing out. So let me show you with my mouth what I'm doing to close off the back of my throat. This is simple action, so I'm going to show you my tongue, which I don't normally do. But here we go. You're going to, I look at my tongue too. You're going to bring the middle part of your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, like this. Bringing the tip of your tongue, you could try that too. Whatever helps you, open up the back of the throat. That's what you want to do. So you can experiment with the tip of the tongue or that flat, meaty part of the tongue. So here we go. Okay, breathing in, closing off the breath. I'm going to open up my mouth so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll close it, okay? So breathing into the belly, closing off the top of the mouth, opening up the back of the throat. Here we go. Here we go. So I'm going to close my mouth now so my mouth doesn't dry out. In practice, we always want to breathe in and out through the nose unless we're doing a real healing, fiery, cleansing breath. But we never want to just sit breathing in and out through our mouth because we aren't able to cleanse the air that we're breathing in through our mouth, and we're drying out that precious sensory organ of the tongue. So, in and out through the breath, feeling your ribs, bringing your hands to the ribs down here or up here. I'm going to keep them up here because it opens up my chest. I like that. Breathing in. Let's do it 15 times. Breathing in. Roll down your shoulder blades. Breathing in. Open the chest. Breathing in. Hi, my daughter's here. Breathing in. Breathing laterally into the ribs and out, closing off the top of the mouth, opening up the back of the throat. In your own time, expanding the ribs, rolling down the shoulder blades, breathing out through the nose. Give it a go. 10 more times, breathing in. At your own pace, 4 more breaths. Okay, let's take a little pause. Shaking out the hands, rolling the shoulders back, bringing your hands to your shoulders, giving them a little rolling action. Are you feeling a little lightheaded? Looking at the chat. So if you're feeling a little lightheaded, could be one of two things. You could be bringing in more oxygen than you normally do, or you could be breathing in through the chest. And this kind of deep breath in and out through the chest can cause us to feel lightheaded. And that can be just from an ongoing habit of just being a chest breather, which is very common. And if you notice that you are that kind of breather, developing a breath of belly breathing will really benefit you over the course of your life. It will allow for your diaphragm to expand and contract in a habitual way, which over time will just help you digest your food better, and also to help all of the organs in the abdomen to have good agni, which is the digestive fire that we need to absorb nutrients in our body. It will also help to expand and contract the diaphragm in the pelvic floor. So we have a diaphragm here that we all are really aware of, but we also have one in our pelvic floor, which helps to bring our pelvic floor up and down naturally. Now, over time, having that shallow breath from the chest means that we aren't engaging our pelvic floor at all. And that can really lead to a lot of problems in men and women. In women, it can lead to prolapse of our uterus and cervix. And that isn't good. That's not helpful to our body. So we want to keep everything up and at 'em. That belly breath is the key to pelvic floor health, especially for women and men. Men can experience prostate problems if their diaphragms are not contracted and expanded throughout their life. So having that big belly breathing allows for our diaphragm to expand naturally up and down, out and around, and it does the same for the pelvic floor. So that could be one reason that you're feeling a little lightheaded, is maybe you're actually breathing in your chest. So just explore this. I have a class every week on Thursday for pranayama. It's normally in the mornings at 7:15, but today I had to have it at 12:45. So anyway, check it out. Here's the other thing. We're going to do 4 more breaths together. And I want this time, if you had your hands here, to bring your hands to your ribs and even bring them down lower into the belly. Either way, if you're expanding, you'll feel it either way. So Feeling that big belly breath. Let's do our last 4 cleansing, energizing, oxygenating breaths. Here we go. Breathing in and out. Did you feel that expansion and contraction? Let's try it again. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to show you my torso as I breathe in. Breathing in and out. In and out. Breathing in and out. Let's take one more cleansing breath. Feeling your hands on your chest this time. Did you notice the belly doing its own thing with your hands on your chest? It's making its own shape. Having the hands there is a little unnatural. So you'll really focus on pushing the hands out when you breathe in and then breathing out. Whereas if you have your hands out and you breathe through your belly, into your belly, it makes a little bit of a different shape when you're not trying so hard. So allow for that flexibility in your body, acknowledge the uniqueness and the brilliance and intelligence of your gut. You're really enlivening that intelligence with these cleansing breaths, adding more oxygen to your bloodstream to allow for better blood flow and for more nutrient absorption in your gut as you are digesting your food. So now just to settle in, yogis and yoginis do pranayama practice every day, maybe multiple times a day, but particularly after yoga, feeling the benefits of all the stretching and allowing our chakras to align from the root to the crown, all the way up our spine, really enlivens our nervous system. So thinking of your spine and all of the nerves that shoot off from your spine, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about chakras. It's so, so wonderful. So allowing our bodies, once they're all aligned, to increase oxygen through pranayama, breath control, we're better able to integrate the blood flow that we received from our exercise with the breath work. Following the breath work, yogis and yoginis do meditation, because with all of that blood flow aligned, with all of that good energy flowing, now is the time to really connect with the universe, which is what meditation is all about in the spiritual capacity. In more of a Western medical idea, meditation, the energy that we're adding to meditation in our heads, in our brains, sitting allows for the energy to settle in. And it allows the calm to be present in our brains and improves the synapse energy transfer, the communication that happens from the left brain to the right brain, which happens all day long as we're making decisions, as we're moving our bodies. It's happening all day long. All day long. Allowing for a rest, like meditation, enables our brains to have that time to reconnect with itself. In the esoteric body, the idea of the Vedic texts, Ayurveda, even Chinese medicine, we find that our crown chakra at the top of our head, where these synapses flow more easily with meditation practice, is better able to connect us to our natural environment around us, our local ecology, our community, our planet. So this is really a philosophical way of looking at it in both sides, Western and in the Ayurveda zone. Let us connect after pranayama, and then I'll answer your questions in the chat room. I see a couple. We'll move forward since I've been so chatty. I love sharing this practice with you. So when you are ready, let us open our hands. Let us be open today. Breathing in, using Ujjai breath if you feel like bringing that into your meditation practice. Closing our eyes, scanning our body, noticing the new feelings in our nostrils, in our throat, in our mouth. Noticing new feelings in our lungs, our chest, our ribs, our abdominal organs. Noticing any relationship to time, that it's where I am, it's mid-afternoon. Meditation at mid-afternoon is different for me. What do you notice? Allowing the front of your mind to house some waves and visualize when things come forward, ideas, thoughts, secretions of the mind as it stills of tasks at hand, unfinished business, harbored emotion. When those come to your awareness, allow the waves to roll in to the front of the mind and simply dissolve them, moving them away from your mind and out. Allowing that gentle, forceful water to cleanse the front of your mind, creating space for intentional feelings, intentional awarenesses. Allowing the waves to scrub gently the beautiful organ inside your head and renew, letting go of past habits, past ways of being that no longer serve you, and creating ether, space for new creations and intentions. and vitality. Let us sit and allow this practice to ripple through your body. When little ideas come forward that you don't mean to see in your mind's eye, use the wave method and just allow it to wash away, dissolve. Bringing awareness to this action can be helpful off the mat as well. For now, sticking with the breath and the washing away of secreted ideas that you are not intending to bring forward. Returning to that warm, beautiful light that is glowing within you, rippling into the universe. You are connected, and you are so beautiful and so perfect, and you have all that you need to renew, revive, and return to your dharma, your path in life. Acknowledging this moment, this feeling of complete nurturance for your soul, your mind, your body. Let us now return back to our day. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Rub your hands together. Place your hands over your closed eyes. One more Ujjayi breath. Open your eyes and remove your hands. Thank you for joining me today for this pranayama meditation practice for beginners. I hope to see you again next week. And for those of you who have asked questions in the chat room, I will answer them in the cool down room. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.